Understanding idiomatic phrases can make your English sound more natural and help you understand everyday conversations. Today, we will explore 5 common idioms: to get your ducks in a row, to have a chip on your shoulder, to spill the beans, to add insult to injury, and to be the best of both worlds. Each of these phrases has a special meaning that goes beyond the words themselves. Let's look at each one and learn how you can use them in your own conversations. First, let's talk about to get your ducks in a row. Imagine a group of ducks walking in a line, all organized and moving together. This phrase means to get organized or to prepare everything you need before starting something important. For example, if you have a big school project, you might gather your notes, books, and supplies before you begin. You are getting your ducks in a row so everything goes smoothly. People often use this idiom when they are planning something, like a family trip or a business meeting. It's a way of saying, let's make sure everything is ready and in order. So if someone says, I need to get my ducks in a row before the presentation, they mean they want to be fully prepared and organized. Next is to have a chip on your shoulder. This phrase doesn't mean someone is carrying a piece of wood or a potato chip. Instead, it means that a person feels angry or upset about something that happened in the past. They might act as if they are ready for an argument or think others are treating them unfairly. Imagine someone who lost a competition and now believes the judges were unfair. They might always seem annoyed when talking about competitions. That's having a chip on your shoulder. People use this idiom to describe someone who holds a grudge or feels they have been wronged. If you hear someone say, he has a chip on his shoulder ever since he didn't get the promotion, it means that person is still unhappy about not getting the job and may act annoyed or resentful because of it. Now, let's look at to spill the beans. This phrase does not mean dropping your dinner on the floor. Instead, it means to reveal a secret or share information that was supposed to be kept quiet. Imagine you know about a surprise party for a friend, but you accidentally tell them about it before the party. You have spilled the beans. People often use this phrase when someone shares private news, especially by mistake. It's a playful way of talking about secrets. For example, if someone says, "Who spilled the beans about my birthday?" they are asking who told others about the secret celebration. This idiom reminds us to be careful when we have important information that should not be shared. Another common phrase is to add insult to injury. This idiom describes making a bad situation even worse. Imagine you fell and hurt yourself, and then someone laughs at you. That's adding insult to injury. They are not only hurt physically, but also feel embarrassed or upset because of the laughter. This phrase can be used whenever someone does something that makes an already difficult experience even more unpleasant. For example, if your team loses a game and then the other team celebrates loudly in front of you, you might say, "That adds insult to injury." It means that the loss was bad enough, and the celebration just makes it feel worse. This idiom helps us express how one negative event can be made even harder by another action or comment. Finally, let's talk about to be the best of both worlds. This phrase means to enjoy the advantages of 2 different things at the same time. Imagine you have a job where you can work from home, but also go to the office when you want. You get the comfort of home and the social benefits of working with colleagues. That's the best of both worlds. People use this idiom to describe situations where they do not have to choose between 2 good things. They can have both. For example, if you love city life but also enjoy the peace of the countryside, living just outside the city might be the best of both worlds. This phrase is positive and shows how sometimes life can offer us more than we expect. Now that we have learned what each idiom means, let's review them in simple terms. To get your ducks in a row means to get organized and ready before you start something. To have a chip on your shoulder is to feel upset or angry about something that happened before. To spill the beans means to reveal a secret or share hidden information. To add insult to injury is to make a bad situation even worse by saying or doing something negative. And to be the best of both worlds means to enjoy 2 good things at the same time. without having to choose. These idioms are often used in everyday conversation. If you listen carefully to native English speakers, you will hear them talking about getting their ducks in a row before an event, describing someone with a chip on their shoulder, warning others not to spill the beans about a surprise, mentioning how something adds insult to injury, or celebrating a situation that gives them the best of both worlds. Learning idioms helps you understand the culture and humor of the language. When you use idioms correctly, people will notice that your English sounds more natural and fluent. You can practice these phrases by making sentences about your own life. For example, you might say, "I need to get my ducks in a row before my exams," or "She has a chip on her shoulder because she didn't get the part in the play." Try saying, "Who spilled the beans about my secret?" Or, "Getting soaked by the rain after missing the bus really adds insult to injury." And when you find a situation where you enjoy two good things, you can say, "This is the best of both worlds." Day. Remember, idioms do not always make sense if you only look at the words. Their meaning is special and learned through use. The more you hear and practice them, the easier it will be to understand and use them. Try listening for these phrases in movies, TV shows, and conversations. You might be surprised at how often people use them. In summary, idioms like these bring color and life to the English language. They help us express feelings, situations, and ideas in creative ways. By learning what they mean and how to use them, you will improve your English skills and be able to communicate more effectively. So, keep practicing, and soon you'll be able to use these idioms just like a native speaker. Whether you're getting your ducks in a row, making sure not to spill the beans, or enjoying the best of both worlds, you are on your way to mastering English idiomatic expressions.